long laps of racing, and finally, after doing everything right, he crosses the line here in Abu Dhabi for the first Christmas race for JCC events. He's going to win the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix and is the winner of the grand prize tonight. £100 then going to... Well, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome along everybody to the final race, the final commentary, the final stream of tonight for me, which is, it's been a long night. It's been a very long night, but a very enjoyable one indeed. I'm glad to be back to do it all again, this time for another team's race. Unfortunately, nowhere near as many as we usually get, but I do know there is some people joining a little bit later in qualifying, and hopefully the numbers do start to bump up, but we shall see as time goes on. We've got the return of F1 Mikey Boy. There's a lot of new people in here as well. Austin Burr, who hasn't been here today. Cam, Ruddy, Jack Plays, Harvey, it's Adam. We've got JP joining us for the third time today. Cool Gamer, Mr. Smith, Corey Willis, CB. It's Wood Butcher and Nova Piper as your drivers this afternoon. And of course the different teams as well. So the teams we have with us this evening, it is HFD Motorsports, 4 Motorsports, it is Alcada Hyperdrive GP, Bombs Matumbo Racing, I think, but I'll double check that one. And yeah, 4 teams with us today. Of course, not got every single driver with us that we'd like to, but I think the numbers will start to go up. As it's known, it's Bombo Matombo, I believe, for the team name, which is pretty cool. So 15 minutes to go, everybody, here at the Madrid for one final race for me. I don't know if there's any social races later on, but this is my last stream for you guys this evening, and good to have the support for you guys in the chat. Nice to see you all with us this afternoon. Hopefully you've enjoyed the commentaries today, as we've got Jay in the chat and Scooters TV as well. Nice to have you with us. As early stages of qualifying then, and 13 people here. We've got drivers on out laps, a few already on push laps then. And I'm going to try and see who's already out there. Wood Butcher might be one of the first to set lap times here. Then it is a purple sector 2, now into sector 3. It has got a car in front of him, but I'm not too sure if he's on a lap. It might just be Wood Butcher here to set the lap time round the final turn and across the line then. Wood Butcher going for his first time of the day. The first time out of everybody is a 31.550. It's not a bad effort to kickstart qualifying off for Wood Butcher, as his team is the Alcada Hyperdrive GP with teammates Jack Plays, Mr. Smith, and Bo Ellis and Adam as well. There's a few people in there. It's Mr. Smith then, speak of the devil, across the line. A 30.101. He now goes quickest from Wood Butcher P2. Jack Plays then in third, joined by Harvey 4. It's Adam 5. Mikey Boy on his return today in P6 and invalidated on this go around. So he will have to give himself another chance to set a lap time today. It's P7 for him, no time just yet. Austin Burr in 8. And through the first sector he has been. Now the middle sector, we're going to see whereabouts he is. He hasn't set a lap time just yet, so you don't have anything to compare it with, but we can see still if this lap time looks decent or not. And that was very close to an invalidation, right on the edge then for Austin Burr. As he now in towards the end of sector 2 is a 1:18.44 in that middle sector. Now the final third to come. One sector of this track with about 12.5 minutes left, and he hasn't set a time just yet. He's got a lot of time to go around again if this isn't the one he wants. JP with a 31.0 has just set a P3. Usually he starts a bit further back and gets an absolutely insane start. From what we see, if JP starts from third, he'll be leading. He'll be leading through the first corner. That's how good he is on the race starts, especially from today. He's gained a lot of places. The last race in Spain, he gained 6 places on the start. And honestly, starting from third place, I think could be a race lead into turn 1 for JP. But getting ahead of ourselves, of course, as we are not getting into the race just yet. There's still 12 minutes to go of times. As Jay says, got to rate the liveries again, JC. Yes, I think I do. New liveries, new rating coming in then. Let's have a look. So HFD Motorsports is CB and Austin Burr. Let's have a look. Actually, we're going to have to go someone else. Austin Burr. I like that. That's very nice. Very, very stealthy, very clean. I love the gold as well. That is a solid. It's a solid 7 out of 10, I'd say. That's a solid 7. That's decent. We're going to go to 4 Motorsports then, which is Corey Willis. To be honest, it's nice. It is nice. It is nice, but I think that's a 6. I think that's a 6 out of 10. It's not amazing, but it's a nice looking livery. Then we have Alcada Hyperdrive GP, which is this guy, and that looks very nice. Let me just take a look at that when he comes around, because that is looking pretty damn good. Ooh, that's a lovely livery. Okay. I've got to say, ooh, that is a 9 out of 10. I love that. Very nice. Lovely looking livery then for those guys. That is beautiful. And then we've got Bombo and Matumbo Racing, which is Mikey Boy and JP and the others. Honestly, I give their livery a 5 out of 10. It's not one of my favourites, to be honest. But Mr. Smith then with a 29.807. He goes to the quickest time. And now the first driver to break into the 29s. As Will Butcher says, he loves his car with all the added sponsors. He's on the track at the moment. We're going to try and go and look at it. And yes, you can see the added sponsors on there. That's a beautiful livery, I've got to say. Very nice indeed. I do like the black and gold one as well. That looks very nice too. It's good stuff. Lovely liveries. I like the liveries more in this session than the last one, actually. They are good. Very, very good indeed. Right, let's see what we can watch. There's Cool Gamer on the track through the first sector. Down by 3 seconds, so not on the lap time. Austin Burr is up by a 10th, but unfortunately has invalidated on his lap. Harvey is on the track through the first sector and hasn't been able to... Well, I don't know if he's been able to improve because we didn't actually catch it, but we're going to see what the second sector is looking like and see where he stands. So Harvey's looking decent. He's got a lot of battery, though. He's 5 seconds down, so no lap time for him. Corey Willis as well hasn't validated, so we actually don't have any laps at the minute. Nothing, and maybe Wood Butcher, who's just started the lap time, though. Here comes Wood Butcher on a very nice-looking blue car, I have to say. Oh, jumping the curb there for Wood. That was very, very hot coming into that corner. He came in very hot, I mean, and wow. Wood Butcher getting airtime, going over the big sausage curve in 6th place. In validation as well, so that is going to be the end of his lap time. We've got outlaps starting to occur now, and of course they do take a lot longer around this track with about a 1 minute, 1 minute 30 at average, probably 1 minute 31 maybe for the average lap time. Well, across the line then for Nova Piper, who starts a lap. Jay in the chat, I'm not really a follower of football, to be honest, mate. So, no, I haven't actually looked, to be honest. But I've been hearing a lot about the Premier League at the minute. But Nova Piper then in 2nd place, a 30.638, and makes his way through the first sector. It is purple at this moment in time in Sector 1. Up by a fine margin, but he is up on time, which is all that matters. The black and cold car, splitting through the air. With only 7 minutes to go, this needs to go right for Nova Piper. He wants a good time here, and at the minute, not on for pole position with the amount of time that he's found and the amount of time between him and Mr. Smith. he's going to need a bit more than what he's found already, but maybe the middle sector's where the time has come. He's not got a lot of battery left, but he is up by 2.5 tenths of a second through that middle part of the track. Now into the final third, where it all matters now. He wants to get out of the 1:30s. Into the 29s would be ideal. But at this kind of lap time, I honestly don't think he's going to do it at the moment. He could pull some down to the bag in the final third, but not too much battery left to do it. Burns every last drop now towards the final few corners. It'll be foot flat to the floor, narrowly missing the wall for Nova Piper, who improves by 2 tenths of a second, but second place then for him with a 30.409. And a decent improvement, but it isn't enough there to get in front of Mr. Smith. Cam Ruddy then in third and not improving on this lap time. We've got JP on the track to the end of his lap. This is definitely a lap time then for JP. As you can just see, round the final few corners here then, saving up his battery and into the pit lane, unfortunately. So 31.0 at best for JP right now. CB then, a teammate of Nova Piper, who's just set second place on the track, and CB with a 31.321 will be, I believe, starting a lap time after this one, because unless he's just been around, not entirely sure. Never mind, low fuel mode's on, so it'll be in the pit lane for him. Here's Austin Burr, then up by 3.5 tenths of a second in the first sector. Now only a tenth of a second found in the middle sector, but that's gone down on time. But still in the green, Delta, and looking good for Austin Burr, who is going for a decent lap time here from P9 on the grid. In the 31s, in the late 31s, 31.864. Can Austin improve on time? Across the line then here. And it's a 31.5. He does improve by 3.5 tenths of a second. And here at the Madrid is 8th place for Austin Burr. Not bad at all then. As Harvey has invalidated his teammate, Corey Willis, up by 1.3 seconds nearly in that middle sector. And now towards the final turn. Up towards the line for Corey Willis in P12 with 34.1. A lot of time to find. It's P10 now for Corey with a 32.091. F1 Mikey Boy, a 5-place grid penalty for collision with Adam. Mikey Boy not happy about that, I'm sure. After invalidation as well, he'll be going into the pit lane now, and we're starting 5 places back from where he is at the moment. As Adam starts a lap time then. Here we go. 35.3, massively off the pace, I've got to say. Not really where we'd expect him to be. But towards the end of this first sector, Mr. Smith with a 29.1, even quicker than the previous lap. Now goes on to provisional pole by even further. As now Adam down by 8 tenths of a second, 8 hundredths of a second, sorry, in the first sector. And seems to be struggling with this lap time at the minute. He really does. And slowing down, you can just see low fuel lights come on. I've been told to invite somebody. I don't know if Adam is a friend. Oh, there we go. You added me. My apologies. I will get you in, mate. Wherever he is. Well, his EA name might be coming up as something different, mate, because I can't see it here. Unless I'm completely blind. Digo's in the chat, mate. If you could let me know what the name might also show up as, let me know, because it's not coming up in my thing. Mr. Smith doing a bit of a 180 there, coming back onto the track. There's Nova Piper on his final run of the day. Not using any battery, so honestly, don't know if he's on lap time here or not. As Wood Butcher is definitely on a lap round the final turn. Here comes Wood Butcher then in the... well, what team Wood Butcher for? Wood Butcher is for Ocado Hyperdrive GP, and across the line for him. It's a 31.175. And invalidates on this one. Jack Plays finding 7/10 of a second so far in this lap. As Scooters TV is currently on the 95 stream streak. Can you believe that? Absolutely insane. Well done, mate. Really, really good stuff. 95 streams for Scooters TV in a row. Absolutely incredible. Here comes Jack Plays then across the line. And it will be 7/10 of a second found. P12 then for him. Mr. Smith retires up at the top. Knows that he's most likely going to go ahead and take this pole now as nobody's anywhere close. Cam Ruddy finding minimal time in the first sector. Now towards the middle sector. Let's see if Cam Ruddy's finding anything here. 30.656. Needs 6.5 of a second to get into that 29s area. Needs even more if he wants to get ahead of Mr. Smith here. Needs to basically be in the 28s. Cam Ruddy then on his way around now towards the end of this lap. He's got no battery left, especially down a straight like this. It's going to cook you massively as you'll be really struggling to find the pace and find the green delta time. As Mikey retires from the session, looks like a big crash in the middle of the track there. It's Cam Ruddy around the final turn and across the line. He's up by 300ths of a second, but it's only good enough for third place for Cam Ruddy. Nova Piper is finding a 10.5 in the first sector and looking to find even more in the next 2/3. He's got his teammates in front of him, I believe. As he invalidates, and that is it for Nova Piper. Invalidation means the end of qualifying for him. CB then will be 8th place here and invalidate as well. Austin Burr also with an invalidation. Harvey up by 0.3 of a second in the first. In the second then down by 10. And Jack Plays our last hope now, and that's no improve from him. Everybody's completed lap times here then. And it's Mr. Smith on pole position here in Madrid from Nova Piper on the front row of the grid. Got a very nice race on your way. One driver to watch out for is JP, and I mean it. Watch out for him because he's very good on the race starts. The last race he gained 6. The one before that I think he gained 3 or 4. He's very good on the start. From P5, could be a 2nd or 3rd place here, maybe a lead if we're feeling optimistic. Can JP do it? We're just waiting then for Harvey to be wheeled into the pit lane properly, and then that is it for your qualifying session, everybody. Getting on with it really well today. When Mikey's in the lobby, we always get started bang on time, which is good. Mikey's very good with that. $16 people in the Twitch. I'm not entirely sure about the TikTok. I'm going to check. We haven't been in the TikTok today, but a nice amount of people joining us and watching live for this 50% race, which will be coming up in a moment. And here's your finish results for it then. Mr. Smith on pole by 1.2 seconds then over Nova Piper on the front row of the grid, joined by Cam Ruddy 3rd. F1 Mikey Boy joined by his teammates JP and Cool Gamer in 5 and 6. With Butcher P7, CB 8, Austin Byrne 9, and Corey Willis rounds off the top 10. Then Harvey 11, Jack Plays 12, and Adam in P13. That is it, everybody, for the qualifying session. Next up is your 50% race. do not go anywhere because we're going to be getting on with it very, very soon, very, very shortly. I'm going to quickly have a look at the TikTok, see who we've got in there. 15 people in the TikTok, which is nice to see. Nice to have you all with us. JP has a lot of supporters. He always does. Hello, mate, in the TikTok. Good to see you. Hopefully having a nice day. We are here for the 50% race. And if you haven't liked the live on TikTok, make sure you do. If you haven't followed the WRC, well, that's old habit. If you haven't followed the MOR esports TikTok, make sure you do, because we are on 3,756 followers. We are going for 4,000 if we can at some point. 4,000 followers, insane. The league has grown so large, and it's lovely to see the amount of support that we get now. Really is. The formation lap will be starting in a few moments' time. Speaking of it, we do start the formation lap now then. Here we go. If the things load, there we go. Mr. Smith then from pole, taking pole by I think it was 1.2 seconds, which is just insane. Then from Nova, then from Cam Ruddy and JP on the second row of the grid. I've got to say, that's one to watch out for. That really is. JP in 4. He's so good on the start. Can he do it today as well? Got one final commentary today then, which is this one. One final 50% race, and I've completed the day. But can this be a good final race? Hopefully it will be. Past two races have been decent. They have died down of action in the middle. I mean, this is only 13 people, so honestly, I'm not expecting too much. But hopefully we can have some good action and battles from the front. It does not matter about the number of people. It just matters about the actual content of the battles and what's going on in the pack. And Mr. Smith on the front. I think we're going to get a race leader who runs away with this. Unless that is that he gets a bad start and somebody overtakes him. But from what we've seen in quali, his one lap pace is insane. If he can continue that kind of pace into a 50% race, then he is definitely at the right place. And I'm excited to see how he can do. Well, here we go then, everybody. The drivers line up on the grids and the Grand Prix about to get underway. The third and final race for me today, and a lot of drivers here have actually competed in all of them. JP, one of them, and I think maybe Adam as well at the back has competed in every single race today. Maybe a few more. CB was there last race, or the one before that. But here we go then, everybody. From the front, here in Madrid, Mr. Smith from pole position, 5 lights ahead of the drivers here in the Teams Championship, and the final race then for the Teams Championship this evening. The drivers get away well. It's lights out and away we go down towards the first corner. There's already contact between two as they're caught in a bit of a scruffle here. I'm not entirely sure what was going on between them, but they went a bit ghosted and went through each other there, and that move is already done and dusted. JP on the start goes through to third place. Now gets ahead of Cam Ruddy. He's got Nova Piper in his sights as well. Can't cut this corner as well as you used to be able to then with 29 laps ahead of us. And JP's going to have to try and work his mind now and see if he can get away through past Nova Piper in second place. At the back, Adam got ahead of F1 Mikey Boy, who had a 5-place grid penalty from the start. Adam then gets punted again down to P12. Wood Butcher then down to P13, but Mikey continues on in P11. Harvey then 10. It's Austin Burr 8. Jack plays then in 8 now as he tries to catch it with Corey Willis just in front of him here. And coming round, but nowhere near enough to make that overtake just yet. Mr. Smith, though, has got Nova Piper, who's putting the pressure on the race leader. And the black and gold car hunting down Mr. Smith, the bright blue car, with 28 laps ahead of us after this one. Which way is it going to go today? Nova Piper doing everything he can to put the pressure on Cam Ruddy. He's trying to put the pressure on JP, who is going for his first podium of the night. Unless he got a podium. I think he got a podium earlier on. I can't remember. Virtual safety car, though, has been deployed. No full safety car. It is a VSC after a slight collision, a bit of contact at the back. As F1 Mikey Boy retires from the session in the pit lane as well. That is a shame to see from him. He has retired and left, which is really such a shame that the owner's gone on the return. We're still under the virtual safety car conditions, and the driver's now, of course, being slowed down here. As Mr. Smith still is your leader. We're going to see the tyres at the minute. It is the mediums for a lot of them. The hards for Cam, Ruddy, Cool, Gamer, Adam, and Wood Butcher. All on the hards. The mediums then for everybody else left. It was Mikey Boy as well, but he's now unfortunately retired from the section under the VSC. And we go racing again with Mr. Smith ahead by 0.8 of a second over Nova, who's just trying to keep himself involved here. Mr. Smith's one lap pace was insane, but so far Nova Piper doesn't seem to have much different race pace, as he's being able to keep the gap fairly close. Behind that then comes Cam Ruddy, putting that extra pressure on JP. Cool Gamer on the backside of CB as well, so definitely some moves and some overtakes, some action starting to brew up here. As Austin Burr goes through to P7, Corey Willis down in 8, as Jack Plays and Harvey watch along as well. And Harvey just trying to force his way past Jack Plays here. Wasn't able to, as we go round the final turn in the pit lane there for Corey and Jack Plays. They continue, they go into the pit lane, everybody else continues on. JP goes into third, manages to hold third. Cam Ruddy then would have went into third for a moment, but managed to take it back, did JP. Cam Ruddy will try and fight him back, though, as he does gain. And they're lifting and coasting there heavily to regenerate the battery power. JP's done the same. You see JP on 95 and barely even using any of it compared to Cam Ruddy, where it does start to go down. JP back on the boost there, and these guys have got the boost points absolutely nailed down. And both on pretty equal battery. JP does have a little bit of advantage here, though, a little bit more than the man behind of Cam Ruddy. But Cam Ruddy, a little bit trigger happy potentially on that battery. Tries to burn as much as possible to get through. Ends up backing off. Didn't work out there, may have used a bit too much battery, may have wasted a bit too much battery here, but gets to turn in brilliantly. A bit better than JP there, and here comes Cam Ruddy to the outside line for the overtake for third place on the third lap. Up the inside line for Cam Ruddy, who's putting the pressure on JP, who doesn't want to get overtaken at all. And not letting it go either, is he? They are side by side in towards the final turn. JP is level with Cam Ruddy here, and I think JP's just lost it. The move done there. He very nearly hits him as JP tries to come back with the move at the inside line. That was never open there, but he's still trying to take it back. It's hard racing then between Cam Ruddy and JP all the way through. Banging the side of the wheels of each other now, all the way down towards the left-hander chicane, where the curb's on the inside and you can't cut it the way you used to be able to. So it's a harsh braking zone now to make sure you make the corner. Cam Ruddy behind JP, though, as they've changed places again. Well, here's Cam Ruddy then in fourth, as he was ahead of JP for a little while. That has now all of a sudden come crashing down. But Cam Ruddy's not let go. He's not let go of the rear wing here. The gearbox of JP. I think very soon he's going to be back on the backside of him. He always gets that turn in much better. This time uses the battery. Then just turns it off, regenerates, stays behind for a minute. JP keeping himself nice and central on the track here. Spreading his wings as much as he can, getting the elbows out, but through goes Cam Ruddy. JP now might have something up his sleeve, as he will generate that battery power around the final turn, then use it up towards the first corner. But it just wasn't enough, and that's, on this occasion, that is it. Cam Ruddy in third, and JP drops down to fourth, who is going to start to use his battery once again to try and take it back to third place. Gaining and gaining and gaining, and he's going to go to the inside line here. Oh, he knew he couldn't do that. Braking later, then cuts the corner across the curb, and that might let CB catch up on him now. JP up the inside line, trying to get ahead of Cam Ruddy here. I never thought I'd see him move through there. He sent the car through, still wasn't enough room, and got bounced out by Cam Ruddy, who holds third place still. That's a cool game of CB and JP all within a few attempts. Cam Ruddy all of a sudden finding a bit of time and pulling away. Cool game though, is catching up here. Right on the backside. On the inside line for JP is that. CB, never mind, puts JP in the wall. That was a huge crash there. JP hits the wall, and that's wing damage. It looks like he's going to retire, to be honest. Not really carrying on. He'd be really angry with that. Harvey goes into seventh. Austin Burr, sixth. Cool game at 5. CB 4. Cam Ruddy up to third. Then Nova Piper 2. And the gap to the leader of Mr. Smith is 2.3 seconds at the moment. As Nova Piper picks up a 3-second time penalty. JP then retires from the session here on the 6th lap of 29, and arguably, well, understandably, sorry, very angry about that just there. Not his fault, but just the way it goes sometimes, unfortunately. And JP is out, as well as Mikey Boy, both teammates for the Bombo Motombo racing team. Corey Willis holding 9 well, and Jack Plays trying to catch up as much as he can here. It is a shame to see JP and Mikey Boy go, but I guess it is just the way it goes sometimes. And very nearly into the wall there for Jack Plays. He runs it incredibly wide. He's in the pit lane now for Nova Piper, and you get a closer look at that car as well. What a lovely livery that is. As the black and gold exits the pit lane. Nova Piper, Austin Burr both in. The teammates getting the cars sorted. Jack Plays now with a 3-second time penalty. The new front wing coming on for the black and gold of Austin Burr. Oh, round goes Corey Willis at the back. Not really much of a scene out of it. Never even realised he's down in P11. Gets back on though as he spins back around. And spins around again into the wall, unfortunately, for Corey Willis. Has gone round once more as he gets himself back on now once again. But he's completely out of it now, isn't he? Spinning around twice. Hitting the wall there for Mr. Smith. That could have been a slight bit of wing damage potentially as he crosses the line and starts the 8th lap of 29 then here in Spain. 2 races in Spain in one day. Of course, the usual Spanish Grand Prix. And the Madrid as a safety car is out, and into the wall is Corey Willis. As a safety car has been deployed on the 8th lap of 29. Now we have to wait for this. Let's see what that means in terms of the strategy. Harvey's already in. Austin Burr with a drive-through penalty for Speedy under the safety car as well. Well, pit stops are coming in then for Austin Burr, Jack Plays, and Adam at the back of the track today. Everybody else at the minute is still out there, but of course, I don't think they've been round to the pit lane yet, so we're going to just have a look at the stops and see. Yes, so the top 4 not being into the pit lane at all today. Mr. Smith, Cam Ruddy, CB, and Cool Gamer. Mr. Smith will be there first. You can only assume 8 laps in, it is going to be a pit stop. You might as well get the free stop in here. As into the pit lane he goes. 7-lap old mediums then, as they will get changed out to the hards now, till the end potentially. Mr. Smith in, CB in, Cam Ruddy in, Cool Gamer in as well. All for brand new tyres today. And it is going to be the hards for nearly all of them, apart from Cam Ruddy on the brand new softs, which has surprised me a little bit. There's part of me that thinks, was that a mistake for Cam Ruddy on the softs, or is that actually part of the strategy? Is now under the safety car. We just have to wait for the drivers to catch up. And then once the safety car pack is formed, the grid will get ready to go again and go racing for the rolling start. The first rolling start of this evening in this 8 p.m. race. Hards 100% goes to the end. I was on track to getting them to the end after pitting lap 1, only around 2 to 3% of the lap. Good to see. So Hards can go to the end, says Wood Butcher, which is basically what everybody is going to try and do here now. As I mentioned, just got to wait for everyone to catch up. Won't be that many people really, because there's only 10 people left racing in this race. As Cam Ruddy comes in, it clearly was a mistake because he's coming in now to get those soft compound tyres off. And not what he wants to happen, because now he's lost countless places, which he didn't need to lose just because of a mistake, or was it not a mistake? Oh. Oh. Good point. Never mind. My apologies, mate. I didn't really get that. Well, Cam Ruddy then started on the hards, went on to the softs to then come back on the hards. He's going to stay on those hards till the end. He has the pace as well, so expect him to be up there later on. What happened for the DNFs, Jack? Mikey, I can't remember what happened to Mike. I think he just retired in the pit lane. JP had a bit of a crash and then gave up, went into the pit lane as well. And Corey Willis into the barrier and crashed out. So that leaves 10 in this race. Only 19 laps left. I say only, still a lot of laps. And under the safety car at the minute. As there you go, the safety car coming in at the end of this lap, everybody. It'll be lap 11 of 29 when we get racing again finally, which is really, really good to hear. Racing about to resume, and it will be a rolling start for the drivers with Mr. Smith as your leader. How long can CB bring the fight to him, if at all, can he do it? Because, you know, Mr. Smith is very good at extending that gap, which we've seen him do earlier on. So go racing again. Mr. Smith then, everybody. Gets away very well from CB, from Nova Piper, from Cool Gamer. And already nobody been able to touch the leader. CB second place. Third then Nova Piper, Cool Gamer 4. Harvey in 5 as round goes Wood Butcher into the barrier. Older, hard compound, 9-lap old tyres. And he now finds himself at the back of the grid, unfortunately, which lucky for him. Back of the grid is not too far away. Austin Burr then with a 3-second time penalty as Harvey and Cool Gamer swapping around in a battle really starting to occur here. Then can Cool Gamer get in front of Harvey as he brings a lot of pace on the backside of him. Cam Ruddy as well is making his way through the order. Slightly newer tyres than everybody here because he came into the pit lane twice. And now catching on Cool Gamer up the outside line. Might even get turn 1 here. Or is he going to stay conserved? He will stay back for now. And now up the inside line he goes. Through goes Cam Ruddy on Harvey. Next up to overtake is Cool Gamer. Well, Cameron, you're not been able to catch just yet. We've got Adam getting ahead of Wood Butcher, apparently, or changing places, sorry, as in the pit lane for Austin Burr, getting on some new tyres. 4-lap old hards coming in. Maybe it's a drive-through penalty, actually, after speeding under the safety car. I think it is. Drive-through penalty for Austin Burr, then finally is able to get that done. For 12 laps in at 29, and Mr. Smith has really got the pace over Nova Piper at the moment. Nova has also got a 3-second time penalty, which will be added to his final race time later on. And even if he got ahead of Mr. Smith, he would still take the win today. So Nova really in the mud here with that penalty, and it's only going to get bigger if he keeps making offences, you know, track limits offences. So Mr. Smith in a really good place here. with the driver behind him, and the only driver to actually really keep up with him is the driver with the penalty. So Mr. Smith doing well. Going around now onto lap 13. Behind that comes CB, Cool Gamer, and Cam Ruddy as well, and Harvey not too far behind, and Jack Plays as well in P7 as the drivers make their way across the main straight and down towards the first corner. If you're just joining us, everybody, Corey Willis, JP, and F1 Mikey Boy, the three drivers to retire from this session today. It is a small grid that we're not from what we're normally used to, with only 13 out of the possible 20 that we would have in a teams race, which is a shame, but it is what it is. I'm sure people are going to get told off, and we're going to get people joining us again at some point. We're about half race distance now then in this team's race in Spain for the Madrid Grand Prix. It's going to be an exciting one to come here in the actual F1, I have to say. I think it's in a month or so time. It's not too far away. It's going to be a really, really exciting race, the Madrid. It is quite good in the F1 game. To be honest, mixed opinions about it for certain people. Not everybody likes it. But I honestly do think it's a pretty decent track. It's hitting the wall slightly there for Mr. Smith. He doesn't want to be making mistakes like that. If he gets one slight bit of damage on that wing, it's going to leave the door wide open for Nova Piper to find the time on him and potentially then go ahead and make the overtake. Mr. Smith needs to keep this clean. Look at the way the car shines in the light. It's such a beautiful livery that is. The Jack Plays picks up a 3-second time penalty. And I keep hearing drivers hit the wall there. I'm not entirely sure who it is. You can't really tell. It looks like everyone continued on and got away well. But the penalty's on your screen then. It's 3 seconds for Nova, 3 for Cam Ruddy, 3 for Adam, 6 for Jack Plays, and 6 for Austin Burr. As now we get another 3 for Nova Piper. 6 seconds for Nova, who is massively struggling today with the time penalties, and not really where he'd want to be, I have to say. In second place with 6 seconds of time penalties. CB's within that time and would take second place if the race finished like this. as Cam Rudy on tyres, which are 1 lap younger than most people here, is running in P5 and just trying to catch the guys in front. Cool Gamer ahead of him then. But Cam does have a 3-second penalty, if I remember. Yes, it is. I do apologise for the lack of amazing commentary today. It's just, to be honest, I've not commentated for a while, so it feels like it's taken me a while to get back into my full swing and my biggest potential that I was probably at just before I left, because I was going crazy then. And now, you know, of course, not as many people here, and the action has died down, so it's not been amazing. But Adam has retired from the session, and that just leaves us with 9 left now in the team's race. Adam out, Corey Willis. We have also got JP and Mikey Boy, as Jack Plays makes a dive on Harvey and goes into 6th position and gets the move done. As Cam really hits the wall slightly there, and that might have even been a bit of a corner cutting infringement, but he is starting to catch Cool Gamer in front, and right on the backside of him now, with the battery being burned as well. Cool Gamer might just be overtaken by Cam Ruddy, as Cam putting that pressure on in P5. As that was looking like a potential move for Cam Ruddy. Potential tie up the inside. Didn't make it this time around. But running in P5 with a time penalty. Might be able to get ahead of Cool Gamer here, but the penalties is going to ruin him. As Harvey and Jack Plays are still battling away as well. And Harvey gets into P6 here. Jack Plays in 7. As Wood Butcher watching this unfold. Best front row seats in the house here. I've got to say, Harvey and Jack Plays level pegging now all the way down towards the left-hander. It's 3 abreast and a dial the inside from Wood Butcher ahead of his teammate. Does just about go through. Does he get it done though? I think he might just about do it. Wood Butcher goes into 7. Jack Plays to 8. That's Cool Gamer picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. As here's Wood Butcher on Harvey with a move around the outside line. Thought he was going to make it there, but Harvey managing to hold 6th place very well. Lap 19 begins, and we have 10 laps to go of the team's race here in Madrid for the Madrid Grand Prix, Spanish Grand Prix. Is Mr. Smith ahead from Nova Piper now. Mr. CB now in 2nd place. Nova in the pit lane for a brand new front wing. He's going to lose a bit of places for that. He's not going to be happy that he has to make a pit stop like that. Well, Butcher and Harvey battling as well. Would Butcher into 6. Harvey's going to try back, but unfortunately runs out of battery just before he can mount his attack. The 7th place now at best. Cam already picks up a 3-second time penalty then on the 10-lap old hards in 4th place. Sorry, 3-second time penalty. With 6 seconds at the most now. As he's committed to a 2-stop strategy as well, of course, because he started on the hards, then went to the softs, so he could go back on the hards. And it's working out okay for him, but he has got a big time penalty here. A lot of the same people around him as well have got penalties too. It's only Mr. Smith and CB now up at the front, and with Butcher and Harvey down at the back that don't have time penalties. As Austin Burt with a 3-second time penalty. That is another penalty now for the drivers, and 5 people with them. Only 9 people here though, so missing a few people of Adam, Corey, JP and Mikey after they all unfortunately retired from the session for different reasons throughout the afternoon. As trying it round the outside line is Cam Ruddy. Contact on Cool Gamer, and they're both in the wall, both out of the session, and a full safety car is out. An absolutely humongous crash into the barrier. They both take each other out of the session. Cool Gamer and Cam Ruddy into the wall, and both out. Bringing us a safety car at the end. What an ending that was. Oh, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Safety car comes out. That was a massive crash. And only a few laps to go, about 8 laps left. 8 more times around the circuit, and we have a safety car here with Mr. Smith going into the pit lane with a 14-second lead. As drivers coming into the pit lane now then, under the safety car, Mr. Smith, apparently Cam Ruddy's left, but of course he did retire. Well, Mr. Smith then on the brand new soft compound tyres. Nova Piper stays out on the 3-lap-old hards, 13-lap-old mediums for CB, who hasn't been in the pit lane just yet. Would Butcher on brand new softs. Jack Plays, who will need to get in the session very soon, will be on the older hards at the moment. Harvey then in 6 on the brand new softs, and Austin Burr basically on the brand new mediums. As in the pit lane now, that is for CB. On the mediums at the minute, coming in to change his tyres again. And gets on the soft tyres here at the very end. CB going down to 5th place potentially. Might even lose another one. It is down to 6th for CB. Now up to 4th. Can he get out of the pit lane in enough time? Just about made it. Very close indeed for him. CB in 4th then. Makes all the difference. Well, still under the safety car. We should get racing next lap, I'm thinking, with only one more driver to catch up. And there's only 6 laps left anyway. We are really in the latter stages now. Never mind, safety car in at the end of this lap then. We're going to get 6 laps of racing to go, with Mr. Smith as your leader in the bright blue car. Mr. Smith racing for the Alcada Hyperdrive GP. So he's done well. He's done very well. His teammate Wood Butcher and Jack Plays as well. Jack Plays back in the session as we go racing again then here in Madrid. Mr. Smith's going to have to try and keep Nova Piper behind, who does have 6 seconds of time penalties. Wood Butcher then follows behind in 3rd, followed by CB. Jack Plays, Harvey, and then Austin Burr to complete the pack at the moment. Here comes Harvey then on the side of Jack Plays. Jack Plays now trying to hold the place, but Harvey on the outside. Easy done into 5th. Nova Piper as your leader on the safety car restart. With time penalties, will still not take this. We can see 6 seconds of penalties for him. for Nova Piper. 6 seconds for him. Then from Mr. Smith. Then from CB. Then from Wood Butcher, Harvey, Jack Plays, and Austin Burr. Again, Austin very nearly getting ahead of Jack Plays, which he's gone and done into 6th. Jack down to 7th. Here's Mr. Smith now putting on all the pressure on the backside of Nova Piper. He knows that he'll still win the race, but just does not want to be the man behind. Around the final turn, lap 25 of 29 will begin for the drivers, and Nova somehow managed to get ahead of that leading driver of Mr. Smith today. The only driver really to actually make an overtake on him today, which is just incredible. The CB's not too far back with 3/10 of a second adrift and might even catch up as well. If CB got in front, then he definitely would win the race, but is he capable of doing that? Has he got the pace to do it is the question. It's crazy how much you have to brake now to make that corner. As of course you could just cut it. Well, he's trying it. He's trying it, is Mr. Smith, but I don't think it'll be enough to make that pass. 2/10 of a second behind at the minute. Nova Piper knows that he will lose this race win with a 6-second penalty, but still trying to lead out in front. It's all he can do. It is all he can do now. And behind that, Mr. Smith, CB, Wood Butcher. Then the grid splits off to Austin Burr, Harvey, and Jack Plays. Mr. Smith getting closer to that leader of Nova Piper. Only 3/10 of a second the gap. And he could do this towards the end. Of course, we all know that he's going to win, but it's just a matter of is it going to be on penalties or is it going to be on track here for Mr. Smith. I'm not too sure. Of course, he'd like to win on track. That's where everybody would like to win it. And with only 3 laps left and still not being able to get it in front, what is the strategy call here then? What's Mr. Smith going to do? How can he get himself in front? As they're all within a few tenths of a second, the top 4 then. As a move up the inside line, Mr. Smith finally sends his car through as they are wheel banging down the straight, and that means it's 3 abreast. CB for the Grand Prix lead at the very end, and round the outside line will take the inside through the next set of corners. CB as your leader in this Madrid Grand Prix. Nova Piper trying to fight him back, but he's taking it away as CB. A very good effort from him as CB now leads this Grand Prix, and Mr. Smith trying to fight back. Through the chicane we go. Mr. Schmidt cuts the chicane. That slows Wood Butcher down and everybody else behind him. CB's going to get away with it here. If they can build a collective of 3 seconds then between them. Oh, Mr. Smith's gone around in the wall. Oh, I cannot believe he's hit the wall there. Mr. Smith in 6th. Down to 6th place now. CB continues on. And if an overall gap of 3 seconds get built up between CB and Nova Piper, or the gap between CB and Wood Butcher actually, then we are going to get CB taking the Grand Prix win. But I'm not too sure if that's going to happen yet, because the gap's only about 1.5 at the moment. Needs to be a bit more than that. CB really needs to start pulling away with it if he wants to win this race. There's not a lot of time then left as we go on to the penultimate next lap. Ooh, Wood Butcher on Nova Piper as they battle now together. Very nearly hitting the wall. That was an absolutely crazy move from him as he made a late lunge. Now into second place. Wood Butcher at the moment then would be your Grand Prix winner if CB can't find 0.8 of a second then in 2 laps. CB needs to get a move on here, and I think if Nova Piper keeps bringing the fight to Wood Butcher, CB might be able to do it. It's going to be very close, very nearly taking him out there as they cut the chicane. Wood Butcher all over the place, trying to keep Nova Piper behind. And the battles at the end are just absolutely insane. Nova not letting Wood Butcher have an easy ride till the end, and it is putting a few tenths between CB and Wood at the moment. As around the outside line for Nova. Is that going to be a move? Done and dusted into second place. It will be. Wood Butcher down to third. Nova's took it back now. And the gap, 2.2 seconds at the moment then. And at the moment it isn't going to be enough for CB to win it. It will be Wood Butcher taking that win as it stands. But we're very close to that 3-second gap overall between the two. And in one more lap it could happen with CB becoming a race winner. There you go, 3 seconds past. Everybody, 3 seconds has been passed. CB's getting away with it. 3 seconds the gap between them. And at the moment CB will win this Grand Prix. But he has one more lap to do it and needs to make sure this is a clean final lap now to win the race. It's all of a sudden swung round to his side, and he's got a very good chance of doing this if he can keep this gap well. There's Nova Piper is starting to catch him, but the gap between Nova and Wood Butcher's all of a sudden fallen. That is going to hand the win then to CB. As Nova Piper up the inside line is the first. I'm not entirely sure what his plans were there. I never saw that coming. The teammates, of course, up in 1 and 2 today, but place is going to get lost. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to pan out, to be honest. Wood Butcher's going to get ahead of CB, but is Wood Butcher going to win this? Honestly, I've got no idea which way it's going to go with the final lap and the drivers making their way around. Nova Piper is your leader on a 6-second penalty. And he will cross the line in a moment to win it on track. CB will take second place on track, but would get ahead of Nova Piper on the penalties. Now let's see how this goes. Nova Piper round the final turn to win it on track. CB then will take it on the penalties. Will Wood Butcher do it? He's a lot further behind, but second place for him. CB wins a Grand Prix here in Madrid. Absolutely brilliant stuff from him. As Wood Butcher to 2, Nova Piper 3, Harvey 4, Jack plays 5, 6 Austin Burr, and Mr. Smith will be P7 when he makes his way there. Just about made it then for him of Mr. Smith. There you go, everybody. A very nice race. Thank you very much for joining me, because it's been a nice one indeed. And that's it for me. That's all 3 commentaries done in a day. Race winner then CB, fastest lap to Nova Piper, driver then Wood Butcher, most overtakes Harvey, and the cleanest driver to Harvey as well. Thank you very much for joining me, everybody. Race winner CB, a very nice job from him, from Wood Butcher, from Nova Piper. Have a good evening, and I will be back on commentary for you again tomorrow for 3 different races. Have a good evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Good night.